email. So Vicky asks us, please explain what exosomes are. Would they help for inflammation like sacroiliac joint or the SI joint? And can we get them at Longevity or through Dr. Nelson at Pro Ortho?
Okay. And the answer is yes, you can get them through Longevity. As to what they are, okay. Everybody has heard about stem cell injections as to try to heal and repair damage and inflammation and grow new cartilage, etc. Those stem cells don't actually grow into the new tissue. What they do is they release little packets of messenger RNA produced by the stem cell. And those packets come out in little tiny envelopes we refer to as exosomes. Okay, so exosomes or acellular vesicles, and these are released by the stem cells, and they actually now go into your own tissue and reprogram your own cells to get them growing and healing and repairing. Those MSCs, the mesenchymal stem cells, are already partially differentiated. They do not grow into the new tissue themselves, but they reprogram your own. And the exosomes are the means by which they do that. Used to be, we thought you had to get the whole stem cell. What we know now is that there are companies that take placentas from a newborn, a woman that is delivered by cesarean section, so they can deliver the placenta under sterile conditions in the operating room after the baby is delivered. And then that placenta is chopped up, and the stem cells are isolated, and the stem cells are excreting the exosomes that were there to help the baby heal and grow and repair and get bigger and bigger every day. And they isolate those exosomes and freeze dry them because they, unlike stem cells, are tough. Stem cells will die if you freeze dry them to try to save them. Exosomes are tougher, so they can freeze those and ship them to us frozen at 70 degrees below zero, so not a regular refrigerator, but a super fridge. And as long as we keep them below 70 degrees below zero, we can store them for up to 6 months and then inject the exosomes. Now, they're a little different from stem cells in that because they are so small, they don't stay where you put them. So will they help your sacroiliac joint? Well, yeah, but whether we inject them into your sacroiliac joint or your big toe makes no difference because they're so tiny that they immediately get into your bloodstream and go everywhere. You know, I remember the first research they did on this, they were trying to show that these would help arthritis. And so they took people that had 2 arthritic knees, and they wanted to inject them into one knee and compare that with the other knee.
Yeah.
And it turns out it didn't matter which knee you injected them into, both knees got better because the exosomes don't stay where you put them. Okay, they're very small, very mobile, and they immediately get into your bloodstream and go everywhere in your body and help whatever they can help. So around here, we tend to just give them to you intravenously. Go ahead and squirt it into your veins. Don't try to keep them one spot, put them everywhere. Now, Dr. Nelson, on the other hand, will take the stem cells out of your fat or out of your bone marrow and inject stem cells where he wants them to be. And those cells are big enough, they stay put. So if he injects those into your SI joint, they'll stay around your SI joint and they'll be excreting exosomes for about 3 months to help you repair your SI joint. So for some things, if you've got a specific spot you want helped, the MSCs, the mesenchymal stem cells, are far better. If you're trying to make your whole body better, then the intravenous exosomes work perfectly well, and we can use exosomes from basically newborns that are very, very active and potent, much more so than you know, for instance, my aging. To take my 79-year-old stem cells and put them somewhere is going to help, but not as well as if I were 20, because my stem cells are 79. Okay. So I have used exosomes periodically. I had a back injury some time back. I had developed a discitis or bad inflammatory issue there. And I was getting the exosomes twice a week there for several weeks. So yes, it can be done. And yes, I have used it myself, but I also got the stem cells done.